What is up? What is up? What is up? How you doing, beautiful people? Super Saturday. I hope you're having an amazing weekend. All right, man. I'm so excited to talk today. I'm hoping to reach as many people as possible. All right, because we have good news. I've got good news. All right, if you're struggling to pay off debt, if you're struggling because you have too many bills, all right, moms, dads, I got you. All right, this message is for you. I've got a message about digital marketing. I've got a message for the dads who are working way too many hours. I'm also talking to the fathers who have taken a second job on top of their full-time job. Those are the kind of people I want to talk to, because I can relate. I've done that. And I've got a solution for you. I've got a digital marketing solution that helps you learn the skills to do digital marketing. What is up, everyone? How you doing? Super Saturday. This message is to the moms and dads out there struggling, either not having enough time with their kids, or you're with them 24/7 and it's not quality time because you're too busy, moms, doing this, that, or the other in your home, that you don't have the quality time with your kids. That's the kind of people I want to reach today. People who that are sick and tired of being in a rut. People who want to make a change. That's the message I have. I have a message for people who are receptive to having a change. What's going on, Tracy? How are you? Good. Man, it's super excited to see you guys. Hope you're having an amazing weekend. All right, trying to get this message out to my friend Nick. I'm going to try to get Nick on board. But this message is to, I want to reach moms and dads out there. All right, I'm a guy. If you don't know me already, all right, I'm a grandpa, I'm a husband, I'm a dad. I've got 3 kids. And in 2023, I was stressed. I was super stressed about what we were going to do because I'd worked way too many hours. I was so finished with working more and more hours to make more money. So finished with that. And I was so stressed and overwhelmed that I had started looking at affiliate marketing, digital marketing, different avenues to earn more money. And that's when I learned about the digital growth community. You see, not only was I stressed and overwhelmed, but I also struggle with anxiety, some PTSD. And so one of the things that I want more than anything is time freedom. In 2019, my youngest daughter and I had a disagreement. She felt like I was never there when she was younger because I was working all the time. And in 2019, she decided to stop talking to me because she felt like I was not a dad to her, that I wasn't a dad to her because I was working all the time when she was younger. So in 2023, not only was I stressed and overwhelmed because of too much debt, this, that, and the other, but I also was struggling with anxiety. My anxiety over what had happened with my daughter, who now doesn't talk to me. So the time freedom, I can't get that time back, but I can create more time freedom for my family now, for my son who's 13, for my wife. There's Nick. Hey, is it tea time yet? Is it tea time?
Never without it, mate. When will I let you
I'm not talking about that kind of tea. I thought we were golfing. Is it tea time?
I wish. Oh, yes.
So I was just saying to our followers, anybody who's listening. All right, we've got a message for dads, for moms. If you're feeling overwhelmed, if you feel like you have too much debt, too many bills to pay, and not enough quality time with your loved ones, with your grandchildren, with your children now if they're not grown. Okay, if that's you, then we have a solution for you in regards to the digital growth community. In 2023, I was stressed, overwhelmed. I struggled with anxiety because of PTSD, and I don't have a relationship with my youngest daughter. So I found the digital growth community, and although it hasn't given me my time back that I missed when I worked too many hours when my youngest daughter was younger, I can't get that back. I can create time freedom now. And what I can do is I can help other families to make sure they don't lose out on quality time with their family. So if that sounds like you, we are reaching the right people, Nick.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
Sign me up. I want that.
Hi, Sherry Ann McKenzie. How are you?
So, but no, hey, thanks for coming on live. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I got the little theater background.
I tell you.
The curtains.
The curtains?
Yeah, the curtains.
Skins.
Look what I've got. I've got my mug that's supposed to look a little bit like me. Oh, it's not identical, but
it's there. As much so, it's there. But it's a bit like a very happy Father Christmas too.
Yeah, I made this myself, actually. I did the painting, and I did this probably, I want to say almost 3 years ago. But
nice.
We did one of those classes in the evening where it's, you get to pick the ceramic piece, whether it's a plate, a mug, whatever, and then you paint it, and then they put it in there, and then you pay for what you do.
Right. Nice.
It was kind of a fun family thing. My stepdaughter and my sister-in-law, my wife, a bunch of our family, we all did it together.
Nice. Yeah, I did that in the UK with my eldest. It was fun.
All right.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun, huh?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it takes a few hours, but it's just, as you say, good quality family time, which is absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
So,
yes, it is.
Did you see Michelle's video today?
I haven't yet, no. When I had time earlier this morning, it hadn't been uploaded yet, so I've missed it. But
okay. Well, I appreciate your feedback, by the way, on the content. Thank you. Yeah,
you're welcome. In fact, I saw your other video that you uploaded today. I thought was terrific too, with your eye contact with the camera. Yeah. So 2 videos in a row, you totally nailed it.
I don't know. It's funny. I go back to your text and I have a look at it and I go, okay, so I've got to repeat that. So you can see it's in there.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you.
So thanks for hopping on, people. We're trying to reach moms, dads. We're trying to reach people who are just either at the end of the rope with bills and just tired of struggling, tired of being on what he calls the struggle bus. All right, my homeboy here calls it the struggle bus. And we are trying to reach people with a solution. We have found a solution. He and I were stressed, overwhelmed with the same things, and we found the digital growth community. And so that's our message that we're trying to reach. We're trying to give this message to as many people as possible. We're putting it with a nice little bow. Okay, we're putting some lipstick on it. We're giving you a good message.
And sending a card. Love IRS.
Yes. Sorry about the radio face.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, if you can relate to this, where you get a bill that comes through the post and you think, oh, I'll have a look at that later, because you know damn well everything's tight in the bank account, and then you pay it and you put it on a credit card, and then it's a downward spiral.
Yes.
This is for you.
Or, and here's one that's happened to me. If I can be vulnerable, okay, I'll be vulnerable and I'll admit it. It's happened to me recently. You're in between paydays, okay, and you've misjudged how much money is on your credit cards and or your debit card, and you're at lunch, you've ordered your food and you're paying for it, and you give them the card that you feel strongly, because you looked at your account, and you felt strongly that that was the card that was going to work, and it didn't. And then 3 cards later at the same cash register, none of them worked. None of them worked. And so the nice cashier lady paid for my lunch because I didn't have the money that I thought on my credit card. If that is you and that's ever happened to you, then we have good news for you, because the digital growth community has given us an opportunity where we have digital products anywhere from $100 to $900, 4 of them, 4 different income streams. And that, when you learn these income streams and the other things that you'll learn in the digital growth community, then there will be a day where quite potentially you have a $300 ding on your phone as a notification.
Right.
Or one that reads 600 or 900. But what would that mean for you and your families? And what kind of time freedom would that give you if you had those kind of days?
Phyllis, how are you? I was on your live.
Hi, Phyllis.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you, Phyllis. There's our friend Phyllis. What is happening?
It was funny. Phyllis, I hope you remember I was on your live, because I've been going around all the people that have been so supportive of us. And I ended up with actually Lynn, and I had her in hysterics last night. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had a good old time. But for me, it was late. It was like 11:30 at night. I sound old, I know. But when you're used to getting up early, 11:30 is like, well, you know.
I totally get that.
I don't get up as early as you, and I take my hat off to you, I have to say. But yeah, and I watched a bit of Tim's and Dean's live this morning, and Dean was talking about.
Oh man, I missed that. I totally wanted to watch it too.
Yeah, it was good, and they actually, I don't know if it was a mistake. They invited me to come on as well, but I think it was a mistake, so I declined.
Okay.
But
hi, Melissa. Thanks for tapping, Melissa.
Dean was talking about how he gets up at 4:30 in the morning to go.
Oh, I love that dude.
Yes, and
he's so inspiring.
He is. Melissa, how are you? Did you see the latest content video about you? You're famous.
So I've been uploading some of our videos from our podcast that we've done recently. I've been able to cut up some of those clips, and it's been quite fun. Yeah, I've been cutting them up, snipping them, little snippety snip. And it's been fun to kind of re-experience some of these moments that we've had recently, like from Orphea, who said that money isn't attracted to unhappiness. I mean, boom! And then, of course, some other moments that we've had with Melissa talking about, her experience with digital marketing and Mitsubishi, or however you pronounce that.
Mitsubishi.
Yeah. All sorts of different things. And then, of course, we interviewed this one guy, Tim Hess. He has this wonderful German last name. I lived in Germany for 2 years. And we interviewed that guy,
Tim who?
Tim who? I don't know. Tim
Marjolaine, how are you?
Hi, Marjolaine.
Marjolaine, I have to say, I was thinking about you about an hour and a half ago, picking some red wine.
Oh, nice.
And I was thinking, what would Marjolaine choose? Because we have a similar wine taste, I think. I like the Merlots and the Shirazes, but I actually love Sauvignon. So we'll see.
And I want to give a special shout out to my homegirl, Linda, right there. I want to say hi to her. What is up, Linda? If you're not following Linda, please smash on her face and follow her. All right. So Linda is great.
Hey,
how are you,
guys.
Linda?
Hey,
Oh my gosh, how are you?
I'm super. Yeah.
I just
it's
have a quick
great
second
day.
to jump on here if I can. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, can you see me?
Well, what you want to do is
Oh my gosh, now I
why
can't
does-
hear you.
There you go.
there you go. Hi.
Or see you.
Yeah.
Hold up. Let me get my eyes. Let me put my eyes on.
Put your eyes on. We
No,
can
don't.
see. We can see you.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hey, there you are.
Yeah.
Take the glasses off, and then I can say I look like Brad Pitt, and you'll believe me.
No, I need to see you.
It's like when you've been to the bar and you've had like 4 already. Nick
Yeah.
always looks better at 4 in.
Exactly.
Actually,
How
I
are
think
you?
it's
How are
me,
you
it's a bit
doing?
more.
So I guess I need to be more of myself. Just like, what do you say, authentic? I need to like show more of everyday life.
So you know what? It's one of those things that it's people. You know you're going to have people connect with you when you're authentic, and what better way to be authentic? All right, than to be real with emotions. Like right now, I love talking to people about this. So you can see it in my face. You see my emotions. I actually enjoy it. So you see me smile when I'm talking about it, and that's real. And so in video, unfortunately, when we get in front of that video, all of a sudden we think we have to be perfect and we get in our head. And so I always try to remind people, say out of your head. I'm saying head, and all of a sudden that pops up on my head. That was awesome. Thank you. But thank you, Mathia. And so stay in your heart. And in your heart, we have emotions. And think about
I
it.
do?
Like everybody. Like, for example, you're laughing right now. And that's real. Okay?
Right.
You should be laughing on a video.
Right.
You know, because that's you. When you're happy, at least I am. When I'm happy, I smile, I laugh, I chuckle. You know, and he and I have a lot of fun on these things together. And so
How old are you, dude? I thought you're my age.
I'm 50.
Oh, same here.
I'm 21 by 3.5.
I'm 53, but hey, I feel like I'm 22. Is that
Exactly. You look
in my
my
head?
age.
I'm 21. Yeah.
I have to make a comment though, because Tim's on here, and I have to say I'm so looking forward to the video that he does where he's actually running in his new shoes.
Nice. He's got some new sneakers.
Yes, some Hoka sneakers, and funny enough, I got some as well. And I have a question for you, Tim. That when you first put them on,
Nick's putter is 4 years old. That's funny.
a little bit, but Nick's putter is 40. It's like 40 years old, actually.
Hey, I want to also give a shout out to Angie real fast. How are you, Angie? And so anyway, emotion is so important.
Okay, Jared. Question here. Okay, Tim. He calls her Bam Bam because she Victoria because she has lots of energy and whatnot. I have so much energy.
Yes.
So much.
That's good.
Literally, I will be like her Bam Bam. You know, that's how I'll be. Like once I get this system under a little bit of housekeeping. Sorry. Boom boom. Oh, boom boom. Yeah. So anyways, like I have so much energy just like her, like probably more so because I'm younger.
I love it. I'm attracted to. I connect with people who have a lot of energy. I do, and
I don't see why.
I know. Yeah, who would have thought? So, but so like for example, when you have that energy, let it out. Okay, and then talk about it. You know.
Now you're talking our language.
Yeah, now you're talking our language. I've got 3 grandchildren. I've got 3 kids. Yeah, family is first.
Absolutely.
Yes, family is first.
Wash your face, dude. Go wash your face. Go wash your face.
Yeah,
I bet both of these guys need to wash your face.
So how old are you?
7.
Oh no! What a beautiful name.
Just barely.
In March.
Oh wow, March is. I have a birthday in March. Yes. I wonder if we're the same age.
What? Tell me when your birthday is.
My birthday is March 12th.
The day right after mine.
Her birthday's March 11th.
No way, Jose.
Wow.
No way.
Manifest.
Yeah. We're like almost birthday friends.
Oh my goodness. Tell them what you're going to go do today.
Baseball game.
We're going to go to the baseball game.
Yeah, March birthdays are the best. There's Shinta.
Perfection.
Yeah, today she's going through an ear infection.
Oh, how sad.
Poor thing.
Well, I hope if you get fever that you get medicine right away.
Oh, we got it.
Got like 3.
Hi, Shinta.
Hello, hello.
Good to see you, my friend.
Buenos
to see you.
días.
Buenos días. ¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás? Bien, bien.
Hello, hello.
Hi. Good to see you.
Uh,
So we're
I'm,
talking about emotions and showing emotion on videos.
oh,
that-
yeah?
Yeah, you know, because
Yeah, she says that I don't have any emotion.
no, that's not what I said.
The emotion sometimes, when I tell my story, sometimes I cannot hold it if I'm happy or I'm sad.
Yes.
I
See,
just
see.
excited or I cry. So,
That's,
I know that's what,
either
that's
way,
when
you're
I tell
good.
my
It's
story.
real.
When I tell my story, I cry all the time. That's 100. It's gonna
That's
happen.
totally
It's gonna happen.
100% okay, right, Nick?
No, sí está bien. It's
Absolutely.
okay.
Yes.
yeah.
Holy cow! Like it's gonna happen. I can guarantee it. But I don't want to like make people go away because of that. I'm like a boobin, and
Let them
Exactly.
make that
Exactly. That's
decision.
what I was thinking. Oh my gosh, what I just did? I just
Yeah.
cried.
I know.
Let them make that decision because if they do run away, then they're not your perfect customer.
Right.
But the ones that you connect with will connect with you on that level because they can totally think in their own mind, I'd be feeling that same way, or I can have empathy for someone who feels that way. And you're going
Right.
to connect with more people if you do show that you're crying. I mean, if it's real. I mean, don't fake it, but you know what I mean? If it's real, do
Yeah.
it.
I know.
Yeah, get out the Kleenex. Cry your eyes
Yes,
out.
yes,
Yeah.
Meta. Amen for that.
Yeah.
This está bien. She is okay.
So as Tim says, one of the 5 pillars: be authentic, be yourself. That's it, because people will see through it. And as Jared said, if they walk away, they're not your perfect customer. So if anything, you'll actually grow. So yeah.
See,
Yeah,
this is my life. This is
Like
my
the
life.
first time when I start doing live or talking on a video, I have a bad English, I have a broken English. I was so scared. But in the end, after I changed my mindset, who cares? I just talk. And no
You're you.
one can shut me
Right.
up right now. I keep talking.
Yes, just be you. Just be you.
So kids are okay then?
What do you mean kids are okay? What are you talking
Well,
about?
I
having
shut
them in
my
the video,
door
or
so
what
that
do you mean?
I shut my door so that I could talk to you, and
Yeah, we're
she just
family.
had to open it.
Yeah,
Family
so here's
people,
the thing: is it really depends upon what you're doing in the video because, like you don't want to have verbiage on there that may.
Get you in trouble with TikTok.
Right. But if you're showing like a video and you just have text on the screen when it's one of those 5-second, 7-second videos, and showing your kids, that's totally fine. I know that Ashley, she has her kids in her videos briefly. She's holding one, and bouncing like this, and so as long as you're doing it and you don't have like text or verbiage that may look poorly with them in your video. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But also, just a word of warning as well with all social media is once you put pictures out, 'cause
It's
I've got
there
kids as
forever,
well,
right?
It's their property. It's their property. So don't put anything out. But
Yeah.
Dude,
There you
look how
go.
big his
Follow
cup
them to
is,
use.
Brooklyn. Look how big his cup is.
I am digging that we've got these ladies on our broadcast. I love this.
Hey guys,
see-
you want to see what I just did this afternoon?
Yes.
Yes.
is it a cheesecake? Oh,
Oh, is that a bruise?
Oh, wow.
What
How
happened?
did you do
I don't know
that?
if you can see it or not.
Yeah, we saw the burn. Is it a burn?
Uh-oh.
and more?
Is that a bruise? What is that? What happened?
A
Hickey.
car wreck?
Wow.
It's messy.
Did you have the cups?
Vacuum?
Yeah.
Is that from the cups?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
The
Yeah.
whole thing here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I
My-
cannot wear sleeveless. It's
Yeah,
just
my
everywhere.
daughter has those all the time. She's a three-season athlete, so yeah, I'm very familiar with those. But Shinto, I have to say, your American is better than my American.
She does have
learning.
a better American
Guys,
accent.
I love you, but
Yeah.
I love you, but I gotta go get ready for the game.
All right,
No, she
Linda.
doesn't.
Goodbye.
Bye.
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 See you guys later. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Uh,
Yeah. I love Linda's energy. Love your energy, Linda.
Yay, she doesn't.
Shut up. How do you get off?
How adorable.
How do you get off?
That is exactly why we do what we do. I was just saying
I
before.
don't know how to get off.
Yeah, better for you.
Jake.
Stay on. Yeah. So I was just telling Nick, you know, when I very started this live today, is that I just felt kind of inspired to talk about emotions, you know, because I think that especially when you're new, you know, when you first start doing videos, that it gets scary because, you know, when you're just making, like, if you're just doing a FaceTime video with your Apple iPhone and your video, you're talking to your friend through a video, it's like no big deal, right? You don't even think about it. But when you're recording a video because of something on TikTok and it's about content, all of a sudden when you're new, it's like you freeze, right?
it's not just no. Even me, sometimes like, yeah, it just freeze
Yeah.
because you're just talking to a phone.
Right. Yes, and it's an object, a device that has no emotion, and yet we have a hard time showing emotion when we're talking to it.
Well, up here.
Mindset. Yep.
It is up in your head. You're right.
Yep.
Well, right.
That's why when I change my mindset, you know what? I just go out there and talk. If people doesn't like my accent, if people doesn't like my broken English,
You're not your
so be it.
perfect accent.
I have a billion people
Right. You'll
out
find
there.
others. Yeah.
They're going to see that relate to my story. That's the way I see it. Nobody
Amen to
can help
that.
me.
Amen to that.
I have one thing to say, Shinto. You still owe Jared and I cheesecake.
Hey,
I've got a long memory. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't have my Facebook. I don't have my computer right now. But you know, I just have a birthday, by the way.
Oh, happy birthday.
Really?
lady.
When?
Last Tuesday.
Last Tuesday? All right.
I'm 27 right now, by the way.
Happy belated birthday.
No, yeah, I'm 27, and no kidding, just kidding.
I'll take you at face value. All right. I'm still
And
21.
my friend made the best cake, all purple.
Wow.
Thank you. Who is this? I cannot
Oh,
see it.
Joe.
Joe
Coming on.
Daly.
He's from Reno,
Daily
Nevada.
payment. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. So
Thank you, Joe. He's a U.S.
on-
Army veteran.
on
Thanks
my
for your
birthday,
service.
I have a headband. It's my birthday in my content. So I just talk when I do live. I just talk and come on, sing happy birthday. I was excited.
Nice. I love it. Yeah, I love it. It's, you know, and it's actually a good thing that you said that. That totally reminded me of something. Is that when I was thinking about how to show more emotion in videos,
There's some emotion there. Yep.
yeah, is to talk about something specific that's going to create an emotion, like your birthday, right?
Let
If
me
it's your
get my
birthday-
glasses. I cannot read at all. Hold on.
Yeah, if it's your birthday, then you're going to be showing emotion because you're talking about something. And when you're visualizing it and talking about it, like I do, holy cow, I didn't even notice I do this all the time, Nick. You probably do know I do this all the time. But when I talk about something and I enjoy it, you see that I'm smiling. And so,
Now I can read.
yeah, there we go. Red's digital
Daily payment.
success. I
Thank
love it. That's a
you.
great
Daily
name.
pay with Marjoline. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, so I know Joe's been watching me and Nick for a little while. Thank you, brother.
Yeah,
So-
so Joe, is Reno, is that near Heavenly Lake Tahoe, as in the ski mountain?
There's Jessica. Hi, Jessica.
Yeah, I do live really early. I'm in Tennessee, so it's in the Eastern time. So I do live really early, like a
In the
6
morning.
in the morning.
Yes, on my way to work, I find you
Yeah.
often on live.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
by in my live stream.
yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Really early before I go to work. But I committed 2 hours
It's
a day. 1 hour
non-negotiable,
is my
right?
life before I go to work.
Non-negotiable. I love it. So things that, thinking about, there's my homeboy Steve coming on. Thanks for hopping on, Steve. So, talking about things in your video that can trigger an emotion, a memory, right? And talking about that can help us use real emotions because it's a real thing. And when you're talking about something that's real, you can't help but show emotion. Like, if I talk about the last day I saw my mother alive, I'm going to get emotional, okay? I'm going to talk about 1999. My mother was in the hospital. She had been sick all that year, the full year, because of breast cancer, fighting for her life. And in her bed, I was holding her hand. I held her hand and told her how much I loved her. If I continue to talk about that right now, I'm beginning to get emotional even right now. And I know I will cry because that's a real memory that triggers emotion. So that's my thing, you guys. How can you create an emotion in a video?
I have a video like that a lot, Jared. When in last October, I went to Indonesia to see my dad. He is really ill. I spent 8 days in Indonesia. And then I told him, okay, Papa, since I need to go home right now, I need to go to work. I need to go back to work. That's the biggest regret that I ever made. Because on the way to the airport, my dad passed away.
Oh, wow.
I feel like, I don't know, it's really burden on me that time.
Yeah, I'm sure. I can only imagine
Why I have to go to US? Why I have to go back? Why I have to go to work while I can hold my dad's hands, And while I'm on the way to the airport, he passed. I have to come back again. No, I have to. Yes, it does.
That's real. That's real, and
that's the biggest regret. And after that, I experienced 7 weeks, 6 deaths. People that close to me.
Wow.
So death after death, funeral after funeral. It's just like
tough.
mine.
I can only imagine. I've had not only my mom died of breast cancer in '99. My dad died of kidney cancer in 1993. And then my grandpa, my mom's dad, died of prostate cancer. My mom's brother, my uncle, died of cancer as well, and I can't remember which. So, as you can kind of tell already, okay, I've had family members die of cancer. So
You need to take care of yourself, Jared.
I know. And that is something that I try to do. I want to, if I can, pat myself on the back. I really feel strongly that physically, I feel as though my twin brother and I, we're the last of the litter, so to speak. I've got a twin brother, and he and I were born at the end of when my parents had children, babies. And anyway, I feel strongly. I am of the humble opinion that I'm in the best health compared to my siblings, my brothers and sisters. And I really feel that it's because I'm mindful of what I put in my body, what I eat and consume.
Right.
And so, because there's gout, diabetes, all sorts of different things in my family, and if I didn't take care of myself, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now health-wise. I feel very blessed. But a lot of the decisions that we make, as we already both know, right, because of mindset, that a lot of our decisions help create our present day. So if I've made some good decisions, and I'm proud of my health for having made better health decisions. But anyway,
Not me. I have a
emotions in a video.
My hand was really hurt. That's why I do the acupuncture and the cupping.
It sounds painful. Yeah. How do you feel?
Better. Actually, my pain level was 7 when I went there this afternoon. Now my pain level is only 2.
Gone or almost gone? 2? Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
I look like a Dalmatian right now.
A pin cushion. Yeah. I mean, it just looks like either you have a bruise or a rash or something. But
Whole thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
When I've usually once a year, I'll go and get updates on anything that I'm behind on. And last November, I had my second, what is it? Oh my gosh, the shingles shot, the second one.
Right.
Oh.
I had the second shingles shot because there's here in the U.S. anyway, there are 2 of them. One as an introductory vaccine, and then you get a second one to follow up. And so I had my second one, and then I got my most updated, whatever COVID-19, whatever vaccine, and then I had the flu shot. So I was a pincushion that day. I had 3 separate vaccines that day, and man, my shoulder. They did both, but each shoulder was pretty sore that weekend. But anyway.
Well, you know what they say with inoculations: keep your arms moving, and it just
yes,
gets
yes,
easier.
right, and that's why because I had 3 shots, I didn't get them all on one shoulder, if you know what I mean. Because I didn't want just one shoulder doing this.
But when you put it here, here, and here.
Right on my nose. I'm sorry.
But,
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So but I know, and the thing is doing what I just did now. I would actually make a video doing that. That's just me, I'm goofy, I'm silly, and showing emotion is a way in which we can connect to our real customer. I had somebody put in one of my videos, Shinta, and I shared this with Nick.
Oh, by the way, it's Cinta.
Oh, Cinta. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And I had somebody ask me in one of my videos after I'd made a video in which I was very silly, and I'm trying to remember what I put in that video, Nick. Right now I'm drawing a blank, but
what was the comment? I might be able to help you.
yeah. But anyway, in the comment from the person was really ? And then I just responded yes, because my ideal or perfect customer gets my sense of humor.
Right.
And if you're not laughing, you may not be that person, And I just rolled with it, because I'm doing whatever I'm doing in the video to make someone laugh. And if you're not laughing, then, I'll connect with someone else.
I think I remember that, but I can't remember what the context was.
I can't remember what it was either, but it was something like really ? And anyway.
Like,
This must be fun. Must be fun.
waste the energy doing
Hey, did you guys what you call that? Register for a cruise, for the cruise? Are you going on a cruise?
No, I haven't yet. I'd love to. He and I have talked about connecting more than just on video, and then that's a goal of ours. But I just don't know right now if making preparations for a cruise is something I can be prepared to do. But I wish I were closer. But we will be. We will be doing something because each and every week he and I talk about things. And we're really excited about our podcast. We've had Melissa on our podcast. Tim Hess. We've had Orphea was just magical. And
Natalie.
We had.
Was it Natalie? No. Yeah, Natalie.
You never invite me to your podcast.
Yeah, we'd love to have you as a guest.
When we get the cheesecake, you can come on it.
Red velvet cake would be nice too, but hey.
That too. Just send
Red
it in the
velvet
post.
cheesecake. How's that? Red velvet on the bottom and a cheesecake on the top.
All right, I'm down with that. I'd love that.
All right, guys, I have to go. I'm
All
going
right.
to watch my boyfriend gig. He's a drummer.
Okay. Impressive. Well, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me and your podcast. I really want to join this. I
All
want
right,
to
I'll send
share
you.
my
I'll
memory.
send you a link. There's like a link that I send out to people to schedule it, and we
Okay.
usually do the interview.
When you gonna
on-
send it to? In the school or?
I'll send it in the school app. Yes.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Joe. Daily Payment. Come to my live stream one day.
Yeah. Go,
Every
watch her
morning,
live. She
weekday
does it in the
morning, at 6:45 every
Yeah.
morning.
6:45.
Oh, who else is saying bye in the
All right.
comment? Bye-bye. Oh, she's saying bye to her. Okay.
Bye
I
now.
thought we-
I will see you later again. Love
Okay,
you all.
bye-bye. I thought maybe I think she was saying bye to Cinta.
Nature, how are you? You've been very quiet.
All right, Wellness TikTok. Thank you for hopping on. I'm going to follow you back. It looks like you followed me already. So we're talking about emotions, you guys. Emotions in a video. Because if you really want to attract somebody, especially when you're talking about mindset, like our mentor does quite frequently, and I just think that we've got to be able to speak in a real way. And so we're talking about emotions, all right? Anything that you can do. He asked me yesterday what I did, you know, when I used to be an actor for plays, and I mentioned I'd do like a breathing exercise and meditate for 2 minutes straight, and I'd focus on something. Well, what is it that you feel that you could do so that in a video you can feel relaxed, so that you're speaking naturally? Now, being relaxed doesn't always mean that you're speaking so slowly. It just means that you're relaxed where you're not stressed, right?
Or you've been having some CBD or something.
But just, you know, make sure that you're not so excited that you're speaking 1,000 words, you know, per second. But, you know, be yourself and authentic. How can you get in that mindset so that when you got that scary camera on your phone staring at you, I see you, when it's looking at you, okay, how can you not be scared? Okay?
I tell you what would be a good question, Jared, is actually to all the lovely people out there, what do you do to get yourself calm? Because Jared and I talked about this yesterday, about some of the drills that he went through for acting and acting school, which is, you know, it's what they talk about a lot. And even the top actors, the A-listers, if you like to put it. So what do you do? Write it in the comments, because it'd be really interesting to see what you do. And it'd be a good discussion point.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. We've got Daily Pay Dude hopping on. Thank you, brother.
So
Mathia's been watching as well, and Angie, she's driving.
So be careful, Angie. Don't do anything that's going to get you into trouble.
Yes. Use Bluetooth and be responsible, because responsible people are very highly respected. I said yesterday I read my congrats card. That's right. Yes. That is a good one. That can trigger some really good emotions when you're reading your congrats card.
Right.
So it's like when I brought up to my dear friend here that one of my favorite videos of him on his TikTok is the one in which he's talking about his family that's about to visit his daughter and her daughter's family, and he has a grandson. What's the grandson's name? Phoenix? No.
Phoenix. Good
Yes.
memory. Phoenix.
Yeah. And in that video, he is just booming with excitement. He's looking at the camera, he's laughing, he's smiling, he's just beaming with happiness. I mean, if Bliss could be in a gel, he'd put it like in a tube that day and bottle it up so you could use it every day, because that was just a lot of bliss. And I love that video of him. So my question is how can we produce those same serotonin, dopamine, sort of effect on every video so that we're real, instead of are you over 50, 60, and sounding all monotone because we're looking at a video. How can we be real?
So Joe commented, I studied with Robert Vajera. Is that how you pronounce it? Not sure the spelling of his last name, but Val Risolio.
All right. I'm not familiar with
SN Fever. Is that Saturday Night Fever, or am I just simplifying that too?
I'm not sure. SN Fever, Saturday Night Fever. I'm not sure. Is Robert Vajaro an actor or a motivation?
Saturday Night Fever, then I'm going to start doing the John Travolta.
Can I come in? All right, we're bringing you on board.
Excellent.
Here we go. Drum roll. Boom!
How are you?
How are you, my friend?
Hey, how's it going? I'm having a bad hair day, but
hey, it's a good hair day.
Guess what? It's Saturday, and this is bedhead, fellas.
Hey, it's real. We're talking about being real today. Real.
Hey, this is what it looks like when you just don't give a damn because everything's wonderful in your life.
I'm out of this conversation. So.
I'm comfy, my friends. I'm comfy.
He's just hair jealous. Don't talk to him. He's just hair jealous.
I keep telling my wife to get me some Brill cream, a little dab will do.
Nice. A little dab will do you. That's right.
So, Robert Vajaro was an actor from the 60s and 70s. He did a lot of B-level stuff. But Val Risolio, he was John Travolta's father in Saturday Night Fever.
Oh, wow.
Okay. It's been a minute since I've seen that movie, so I don't know.
He was frequent. They were good friends, Yeah. And you know what? I had my 15 minutes of fame in Hollywood.
Nice.
I rubbed elbows with some very, very, very famous people. Yeah,
very cool.
Yeah, famous and infamous all at the same time.
All at the same time, right?
Yeah, and
I can imagine. Yeah.
Wow, what a ride that was.
It's an interesting quote that I can't remember where you got that quote yesterday, but I think you said something like, or maybe it was in one of our podcast interviews, but I know that we heard just recently that fame will intensify you. So if you spend a lot of money foolishly, you get rich, you're just going to do that naturally and it's intensified. If you're frugal, you may continue to be frugal, just at a different level. I can't remember where we heard that, but it was something like that.
Yeah, no, I heard it from Tony Robbins and Matt Robbins and a lot of other motivators, and they all said the same thing, that you know what, if you're a tight ass when you got no money, you're going to just be a bigger tight ass when you're wealthy. Yeah. And if you're generous, you're just
continue to be generous. Yeah.
Yeah. And you help more people. You don't change because of money.
Yeah. So that's really the idea, is just to be kind of show real emotion, you know, and that's, as an actor, that's what I tried to do for my character when I was on a stage for theater, or and then when I've interviewed people, I would try to ask questions that I thought might, bring out some emotion. Sometimes it's difficult, but sometimes you do that, not for views or to be famous, but just to make sure that the podcast is going in a good direction.
Right.
So, I think that sometimes, when we get that camera in front of us, we just freeze up and whatnot. And so the best way that I can explain it to people is that you can rehearse, practice, but the best way is just to do one or the other, because one way or the other, you're practicing, whether you're just going to do a bunch of videos or if you just practice before you actually shoot the video, either or, but it just takes practice. You know, Adam Driver, who's one of my favorite actors right now, who I think, by the way, could play John Travolta if they were to redo Saturday Night Fever. Right?
I think you're right, by the way.
But anyway, Adam Driver is one of my favorite actors right now. And I just think, okay, when he takes on a role, he just shows emotion really well. And anyway, that's the point, is that if you're doing a scene, okay, so to speak, I know it's not acting, but humor me, right? Let's say you're talking about a video in which you saw somebody, I don't know, at the pharmacy, and it was an elderly lady, and, you know, she reminded you of your mother, and then, you know, your memory of your mother was sad. So would you show a happy face? Would you be smiling? Probably not. So show real emotion. If that elderly lady who could barely walk, you know, it drew out a sad emotion, then show that you're sad. You know, I just think that sometimes we not only get nervous in a video, but we sometimes think we have to always look 100% happy, smiling, you know, because it's not always going to be that way. If
I
you
never
have a bad
feel
day, people can know that you had a bad day. We're not supposed to dwell on the negative. You see what I'm saying with mindset? But it doesn't mean we have to lie. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes. Be in the moment. Be authentic.
Yes.
Feel everything you're feeling right now from where you've been, where you are. All your experiences come and flow out at the same time. Right then. Because you are right then. You're right then.
Yes, he gets me.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it, dude.
You know, there's a difference. You know,
I get it. So glad to be here.
Like, for example, there's a difference between, man, I'm having a bad day, and then all of a sudden I go on this rant for like 15 minutes about how it's such a bad day and how it's not going to get any better. There's that, and then there's you know, today didn't start out well, and I haven't had a great day yet. This happened on my way to work, and it reminded me of why it's so important for my family to be in this situation. And I've learned that having been in the digital growth community, all of a sudden I transition and explain why my life is better, and I've got a solution. And so that's the difference in a video, where you can talk about your bad day, or you can say that this happened, and then you've got this that has made your life better.
Right. True. Very true.
All right, comments. People, come
so poignant,
on.
brother. So poignant, brother. This is awesome. This is so great. People, you got to come in. You got to start listening. You got to just take it all in, and you know what? Take action. That's what it's all about. Just take action. Say yes to yourself for a damn change.
Yes.
Amen.
You've been told no your whole life. Yes. Say yes for a change.
It's okay to do something for yourself. Invest in yourself.
Yes. Because in this selfishness, you get to give it all away.
Yes.
And receive way more than you received.
Amen to that. We're giving away a lot more in value, and we're helping people. Which is, oh my gosh, because of what I've had, I can't get my time back that I missed when I was working 70, 60 plus hours a week. I can't get that back, but I can help. As Tim Hess puts it, I don't know if he's still watching or not, but I'm going to drag as many dads and moms and families with me to my 6 figures as possible, because I want to prevent from happening, okay, what happened to me to others. I want to give time freedom and make sure people have the vacation in I don't know, Maui or
wherever,
right?
Portugal.
Yeah, Portugal. You know, I want to make sure people have time to go on a holiday, a real holiday, as my homeboy here from the UK talks about it. None of this 5-day American vacation.
No, that's bullshit.
Oh
Talk about 3 weeks, people. 3
How about a
weeks.
How about a 22-day Alaska cruise, baby?
Oh, that's what
I'm already
talking
booked.
about.
Hey,
Oh,
the wife and I are already booked, brother. We're going.
I love it.
Nice.
Yes. We
What
got
are
a
you
balcony
doing?
suite and we're ready. We're
Oh, it's
ready.
awesome. That is awesome. I've never been to Alaska. It looks beautiful there. I would totally love it. I love the outdoors.
My wife was there last year, and we just went on a 16-day cruise to Hawaii, where when we stopped in Honolulu, we got married,
Awesome.
and every day's a honeymoon,
Nice.
And I'm so blessed that right before we went on that cruise,
Hi, Patty.
I had gotten fired from my job. So when we got back, she's like, "Don't worry about it, babe. We're going to make it just fine." And you know what? I got to have an income because I'm used to being a breadwinner.
Yeah.
I'm that guy. I did
Yeah.
nothing but work my ass off my whole life. For what? For my wife to have to take care of me in our elderly years?
Yes.
No.
Say it in Spanish. Say it in Spanish.
I
No.
wish yeah, no. No.
No. You can speak Spanish.
So, here I am. I'm showing up authentically.
Yes.
I wasn't dedicated as much before. I had some things going on in my life personally
Hey,
that
nice rolls, brother. That's
I
all.
had to get
You
over
took
it. I had to get
action.
over it.
You took action.
Hey, and what it is, I have them on my shoulder, and they're blessing me every day, encouraging me
Angels.
to let me know I'm worth it.
Yes,
And
you are worth it.
I'm passing that on to everybody
Love it.
I contact with.
Yes.
They're worth it.
Everybody is worth it. We deserve so much more abundance than we have. And there's no shame in wanting abundance. Because here's the thing, is if we can receive abundance, and I know we can, then we can also help other people have that abundance. So
Yeah.
that's why it's not selfishness. Because
Right.
we want others to have it.
Well, that's the explanation, Tim Hess gives when you're on an airplane
Yes.
and it's going to crash. Put the damn air mask on so you can be a help to others.
Yes. There's
know?
no shame in that. You got to grab it first so you can help other people. It's I forgot he said that. He has so many
Yes.
freaking great sayings.
Oh, man, I try to grab onto nuggets from everybody,
Yeah.
man. I do. Because that's what carries me on. That's what gives me hope when I feel like I'm not enough. I remember that stuff. And I'm
Yes.
like, get off your ass, Joe. Your person is waiting for you to show up.
That is so
Well, I'm
true,
gonna tell you
Joe.
something. Yesterday, somebody said something to me that just really got in my heart. And what she said was, "Thank you for showing up today because I feel like when you're on, you're truly authentic and it inspires me to do more."
Boom, baby. Boom.
You guys, I cried like I'm crying right now. That touched me so deep that I just want to let.
Boom. Love it, brother.
Cool.
Real emotion. And
That
then,
got me.
wow.
I'm here. I'm here for my perfect customer. I'm here because I don't want anybody to ever have the fucking regret that I have.
Amen
I have
to
4
that.
children. I have 4 children, and only one of them talks to me. I don't even know if I'm going to hear from him tomorrow on Father's Day. I don't want anybody to suffer that. Nobody.
Brother,
I
if I could
agonize
give you a hug
daily.
right now, I would. I can. Much love
You
and
guys,
respect. Much love and
Work
respect.
my ass off to try to be near my kids and be there for them. And all I
Yeah.
did was kept working for people who didn't give a shit about me or my family. They just wanted me to produce.
Yes.
And that's it. And they kicked me, and I have footprints on my ass as I left their fucking buildings. I don't want anybody to.
We don't want
Don't
anybody
deserve
to
that
feel
shit.
that same way. We don't want anybody else to experience that same thing.
No.
I gave up my family for those sons of bitches who didn't give a shit about me.
And you're not taken care of.
No,
I'm not,
no.
all of the people I made rich, okay, they didn't take care of me, okay, and I have my youngest daughter doesn't talk to me, brother, so I can relate. I worked insane amount of hours. In 2019, she decided that she didn't want to have a relationship with me anymore. That severed tie has led me down an emotional path where I have sought counseling. Okay, I have PTSD. All right, and it's not because I was in some sort of physical war like veterans, but I've had emotional stress and anxiety, and so that severed tie, it was the worst pain emotionally that I've ever experienced. And so my heart is connected with you in that way. I know how it feels. And I not only share that, but you and I are in a union where we do not want anybody else to experience that same pain. We want to prevent it, and we want to help those that have experienced it so that we can help you create a better time freedom, so that you've got the little pieces of sand granules in your toes because you're at the beach on the island of Kauai, Hawaii. All right? 80 degrees, with a cool, frosty beverage in your hand. All right? That's what we want to produce. Are you with me, guys?
I'm with you. I'm with
Absolutely.
you. I'm on that boat. And when we get to that island, we can burn the son of a bitch then.
We can make a bonfire and yell out their names, and
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, and then go to a luau, and tell them pork you.
Right? Right?
Knives and forks.
Right. All right. Man, this has been fun today. I love this.
Yeah, I get touched. I get touched
this.
like I have been doing nothing but, since I woke up, but getting filled up with everybody. You know.
It's let's get our cups full, so to speak. You know what I mean?
I'm loaded. I'm ready to give.
Let's have
man.
an overflow of enthusiasm. Enthusiasm, big energy, positive vibes. Michelle likes to say she's the hope dealer, and so Nick and I've tried to create for our podcast the Daily ROI, ROI. I've put on underneath Daily ROI the positive vibe dealers. And that's what I want. I want people to kind of understand that when they watch us, that we're going to be giving out positive encouragement, laughs. We're going to be positive vibe dealers. We'll be dealing out some positive vibes,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to copyright something too right now. Since I was talking to my wife about it earlier, I told her, I want my handle. I want to be known as the Daily Pay Professor. That's what I want to be.
I love it.
I want to bring everybody along.
I love it. I'm with you, brother. We are here together. We're kindred spirits.
I'm here.
Yeah, we're kindred spirits. Okay? No matter how bad of a day we have, we know that we have each other and that this union, we all relate. We've been through it. Okay? And we know what it feels like, and we know how to get through it. So if there's any day, all right, I'm serious. If there's any day where because I know there will be one for me, okay? If there's a day where you're so full of anxiety, or you're worried and stressed, okay, and it's a bad day, hit me up, and I am going to pick you up, all right?
Likewise.
I'm only about 5'8", but I feel so strong sometimes. I think I'm the Incredible Hulk, so I will pick you up.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I have that energy a lot too some days, and some days I'm at the lowest part of it. So I get you, and I'll be there for you too as well.
Thanks,
and,
bro.
Yes, for sure. And
We got TJ Digital Marketer watching. He says this is deep. That's how we roll, brother. That's how we roll.
We go shallow,
we're-
we go
we're-
deep, we go in between, we go
Yeah.
to threats.
We go for laughs, chuckles.
Yeah, PJ, the reason it's so deep is because we're human beings. We're not human doings.
Yeah, we're not shallow beings.
Right. We're human.
All right, hold up, guys. I gotta solve this puzzle.
Okay.
All right, I solved the puzzle.
Got your hour, huh?
How is PJ anyway? He's a good man.
Yeah, what's up, PJ?
Yeah, I just followed you,
I see you,
PJ.
brother.
Hey, Katie's watching too. How are you, Katie?
Katie's in the house?
Yeah, I sent her an invite, but I understand if you can't join. But if you can, cool. So
Yeah.
Melissa is somebody we've also interviewed recently, Joe, and she does the digital marketing for Mitsubishi,
Perfect.
Oh, wow.
and it's incredible. We interviewed her and were able to get some great information, which we love doing this podcast because it helps us kind of see things with a different perspective. And each person, it's like a snowflake. We're all on that digital marketing journey, but
Right.
holy freaking cow! It's like one snowflake has a bunch of decorations that go this way, that way, jiggy, jagged, and one zigs, the other zags, and it's all different, but we're on the same journey, and it's just so fascinating.
Right.
Hey, Kurt.
Last time I saw Kurt, he was having a discussion. I'll just leave it as that with someone on his live, and he said, "Nick, you might not
Hey,
want
Kurt, good to see you, buddy.
Hi, Rachel. So,
I caught Kurt on one of his lives one time, and he was
he goes live
just
really
right-
late.
He was just about to come into digital growth community. He was still
Yeah.
IPSing it, but that young man is he's incredible. I like his vibe too, man. That
Yeah,
kid's got it.
We love
He's got
Kurt.
it.
He's a good buddy of ours. We're down with the Kurt.
Oh yeah, I see him all over in the community. People are having him moderate and everything, and yeah, he's a special kind of person, that's for sure.
Yeah. Happy early Father's Day, Kurt.
Right. For me too, buddy.
All right, we've got
Hey,
Amy
Rachel.
Abundance following. Thanks, Amy. Want to shout out
Rachel's
to
here, too.
Amy. So let me ask you guys, what are some good fathers? What are some good memories about your fathers, whether it's Father's Day or just a memory about your father that we can talk about before tomorrow? Will I go
Okay.
first?
You want to go first?
All right, I'll go first. So
All right.
one of my favorite memories of my father that, in my opinion, it's like the epitome of my father. It's such a great story because it's exactly the man he is, okay? And so I remember waking up one morning, and it was like probably, I don't know, after 6 a.m., so it's really early in the morning, and it's in the winter time in Utah, okay? So we've got a bunch of snow on the ground. It's cold, and in our home, it's like one of those ramblers where you've got at the front door, you've got stairs going down and then stairs going up. Well, my bedroom is in the basement, so I'm going up the stairs. As I go up, I look above, and we've got like a couch, one of these big couches, and it folds out into a bed. And there's a full family, like, sleeping on it. Wife, husband, kids. And I'm thinking, who's this? It's like, obviously I'm a kid and I just woke up. But when you wake up in general, kid or not, even if you're our age, when you're waking up, things aren't really clear. And so when you see something like that, it's like, whoa, what, am I still dreaming, right? But so I go ask my dad about it. I went to ask him. I approached him, and he said simply, son, I saw this family on the side of the road. Their car was broken down. It was late at night. They couldn't get somebody to fix their car right away, and I couldn't allow myself to let them sleep somewhere on the side of the freeway in their car. And so I brought them home for the night. And that is the epitome of my dad, a perfect story that defines the man my dad is. Besides the laughing, joking, humor, that's my dad. He had a huge, gigantic heart and loved people.
That's
beautiful.
Amazing.
That's beautiful.
So that's one of the biggest lessons that my dad has taught me, is to love people no matter what they've done, no matter who they are and where they come from.
You come from prime stock, my friend.
Amen to that, brother. Amen to that.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Nick. I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
I just had to express that. It just moved me to say that. That's all.
No, it's fine. What about you?
Well, okay. So I was a pretty fortunate human being. I have my father, and then I have my stepdad. So my father. Let me just say the file on my father, the information in that file of my father is immense, but it's immense of 5-second snippets of my life, because that's how my father was in my life.
Involved.
Yes. So I'm going to say this. My father was a Marine at 16 years old. He lied about his age so he could get in. It was during the Korean War. He served his 3 years. He was a drill instructor. He was all that. And he got wounded in Korea, and all they had, back then for if you're wounded in the field was morphine.
Right.
And guys, he was a young man. He got addicted to the morphine. Okay. He spent his whole life that way in that world. And he was in and out of my life as I was growing up, but every time he showed up, he was my hero. And subsequently, I became like him in a lot of ways. But I didn't have to do the time that he did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he did some serious time, not just in prison, but in his own, in
his mind and
here, everywhere.
Right.
Okay. My stepdad, on the other hand, he is the one who taught me right from wrong. He taught me what it was to be a man. He taught me what it was to get your ass up when you don't want to and go to work.
It sounds like he's a really good man.
He got with my mother with 5 kids, and he showed her that she mattered, and they guided each other for 31 years.
That's nice.
I'm so proud of who I am because of my stepdad and my father. I wish they were here so I could hug on them and love on them and thank them.
Well, I've got a feeling they know that already.
Yeah, they do. They do. They're
Okay,
with us all the time, I'm telling you. You right, brother?
I'm good. They're both gone.
Yeah, I feel you. I've got...
I lost my mom last January.
I've lost some loved ones. My parents have both passed away as well. And it's tough. It's tough. All my grandparents, they passed away. And so, it's one of those... Here's one of these things that I always tell people is if life hasn't hit you hard, you just haven't waited long enough. Because, all right, I'm just going to be direct with you. All right? No matter who you are, okay? Whether you want to call it karma or just life, all right, it will hit you, okay? It's inevitable because that's how we grow, so to speak.
Yeah.
Okay? Do I want to be a guy who, I mean, if I were to, I don't know, let's say it's before I was born and I'm in heaven and God's asking me for my trials. Okay? I don't know if you have like a menu and you're asking for, I think I'll have the divorce and then, you know, I don't know what it's like and if you have any involvement with choosing your trials. I don't know. But what I do know, okay, is that if I don't know that I'd choose them because they're painful. We all know that our trials, they're painful.
Yeah.
Would we want to choose them? I don't know that we would, but I got to tell you, if I hadn't experienced them, I wouldn't be who I am right now talking to these gentlemen on this broadcast, trying to reach my ideal customer so that they know there's a better way to have time with your family.
Right.
And I wouldn't have that today if I hadn't gone through the pain.
Right.
You're right.
Right. So what you're saying, Jared, is that God didn't hear me first time when I said with the first divorce, so I said it again like a dessert. So I got it twice.
That's right. You had seconds.
8 seconds.
Yes.
So, you're right, Rock and Rod. Absolutely.
Rock and Rod.
You know, absolutely. I talk to my deceased father every day, and he always responds. And they are, as Rod says, they're always on your shoulder. And when I have a difficult moment, he's always there. And with my father, I mean, I had a very blessed life. We come from a military background in all my lineage, from my mother's side and also from my father's side. So I did military as well as an infantry foot slogger, and I know that made my father proud. I learned to be an officer in the army, in the British Army. I've got a nephew who is going to be the youngest Commodore in the Royal Navy.
Wow.
Just to give you how high that is.
Yeah.
One below Rear Admiral.
Wow. That is super impressive.
Which is really impressive. My father's brother used to fly Sir Winston Churchill around on secret missions, who's a squadron leader, so you can see. So, you know, my biggest and best memory, well, not best, but really good memory is I used to build wooden boats with my dad, and my father had a very dry sense of humor. But he was an accountant, so everything had to be to the millimeter. And I was the same when we were building these boats. And one day, I stripped down one of the boats, sanded it down to the bare wood, and I was painting it. And when I was painting in one direction. And then my brother came along and said, "Can I help you?" And I said, "That'd be great." And we used to call each other bro, but my brother's name was Dominic. So I said, "Yeah, sure, bro." And anyway, so he comes on and he starts slapping it on. And I'm like, no, because this is in Africa where the paint dries in 5 minutes. I
Way
said,
too fast.
Do you know what you just done? I have to sand that down. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You're making a big fuss about nothing. I said, oh my God, I'm going to have to sand it all down. So I did. And anyway, so my brother brought it up at the dinner table, and my father said, yep, you got to sand it all the way down and restart. So, but yeah, we had such a good bond. And one of the funniest jokes he said to me is, I was teasing him one day because he's an accountant. And I said, I bet you don't get asked to a lot of parties because you're an accountant and you're boring. I didn't actually say boring, but I hinted it.
Right. It was implied.
Implied. And he laughed and he said, I get to a lot more parties than any actuary. Now, an actuary, I don't know if you know, is someone that calculates how long you're going to live for the insurance companies. So he had a very warm, dry sense of humor. And
I love it.
His love, because I spent all my life in Africa, his love for the African was 150%. And he got known very well within Africa. And we lived all over Africa, East, South, West Africa. And whenever an African was in trouble, he was always there. He was the first man there. And he was incredible, absolutely incredible. And the Africans were so upset when he moved. Because they became family, you know, and friends. And, you know, not a lot of people treated them the same way, I'm ashamed to say. But you know, we love, and that's where I was brought up. You know, it's absolutely fantastic life in Africa. And he instilled in me a couple of things. And he said, in business, Nick, he said, you want to understand two things: accounting, finance, and marketing. If you understand both those, you'll be successful.
We'll be good. Yeah.
And he said, and he drilled it into me: treat people how you like to be treated yourself. And I drilled that into my kids as well. And exactly the same thing. You know, I treat people with love and respect. And that's the way he brought me up. And yeah, he was a great man. Great man.
Thanks for that story. That is heartwarming. I love to hear stories like that. You know, it's because of the examples of these fathers that we have an opportunity to want to be better. We always want, you know, our posterity, right? We always want to leave them with a legacy. Which, by the way, is awesome that we have the legacy builder.
It's funny how you link that. I don't know how you did that.
I know, right? I bet you didn't see that coming.
Nice segue.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I want that more than anything. I've said this till I'm blue in the face, and I'll continue to say it, is that I don't want a father who's working 60 hours a week, who barely has a relationship with his kids, okay, to lose either his family or lose a relationship with one of them because they don't feel like he's ever there. Because that's what's happened to me. And I don't want that to happen to any more people. So what I can say is that my 13-year-old, he and I were close. Okay, we're close. I know him. We spend time together. I wouldn't have had that before. I wouldn't have, honestly. And I can't go back. Okay, I love sci-fi, but I can't go back. Okay, as much as I love Doctor Who and Star Trek and all these people that try to reverse time, I can't do that. But what I can do is help more families, and I can create a brighter future with my family that I have now, for my mother-in-law, for my family, and that's what matters. And if y'all feel me, comment family in the comment section.
Thank you, Blinkita, for the happy Father's Day. And, you know, even though it's Father's Day, we do appreciate the mothers in this world as well, because they do, if we're very honest, a lot more than we do. But we still expect the same appreciation.
We still want chocolate.
The truth there,
we
Nick.
still want gifts.
But I always used to tease my ex. Maybe this is why I have too many exes, but I used to tease them. I used to say, you know, on Mother's Day, you get spoiled, you do this, you bring out the red carpet, you do this, you bring out everything. And I said, what about Father's Day? And they just laugh.
That's funny.
Go to Home Depot, go and get yourself a drill. I've got enough tools, I don't need any more. But yeah, it's I'm more into Quantum Leap. You know, talking of,
I like Quantum Leap. I'm just not a big fan of the reboot. So the original Quantum Leap was the one with Scott Bakula.
Did you get that, Jared? That you cracked a joke without realizing it?
I didn't. What happened?
I like the Quantum Leap, but I like to reboot.
Oh, I'm not a big fan of the reboot because it's been redone in the last year. And
that's right.
And I'm not a big fan of the reboot. I don't know why. You know, and I'm going to give it. I'm going to continue to, you know, give it a shot because sometimes it's slow moving. Like some TV shows, they don't really pick up until the second season. So that happens too. So,
no, the original
sci-fi fan, I'm still, you know, trying to give it a shot. Hi, Jenna.
Originals are the best, for sure, definitely. But it's a Quantum Leap. Is that where the guy jumps around into different spheres and time periods and things like that? Am I thinking of the right one?
Yeah, that's the right one where he he has like a mentor, and I'm forgetting his name right now, and then sometimes they're in the different times together and sometimes not, but he's always supposed to like resolve a special like anomaly. Right. Like he goes back to the 1960s, then he's supposed to help prevent a communist from going into the White House. I don't know. Whatever.
What a great question, Blinkita. Where would you quantum to? And I tell you what, before we answer, type in your answers to that, because that will be really interesting. So, Jared, where would you quantum to?
I would go to Germany, probably about the time that it's still the old German language. I love the old German language.
Interesting. And what of age would you be? What time period would that be?
I'm going to have to say it would be like, between 1500 and 1600.
You're that young? You want to go that far?
Are we talking about the year or my age? You're confusing me.
No. Where would you quantum leap to? And you said you go back to Germany.
Yes. Then you asked me when.
When?
Yeah.
So 1500 to 1600.
Somewhere in that time frame.
Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. Because Germany was losing all the wars at that point?
I just think it would be an interesting time frame.
Yeah. I think I would say it'd be extremely barbaric.
Yes. Yes, it would.
And I tell you what, that during that period, and I just go by English history. I mean, I did a little bit of European history.
Yes.
It was all, you wouldn't want to be a politician during that time because
no. In fact, Netflix has a TV show that has 2 seasons called The Barbarians, and it's actually funny that you use that name, but it's about that time period that I'm talking about.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out. What about yourself, Joe?
Oh, wow. Okay. So, here's something real for you. I would go back to 1986 when I was working for Pacific Gas and Electric. I was a young married man, had 2 kids by the time I was 20. And I would talk to that young man and I'd say, look, dude, it's going to be a lot harder as you keep going. And you better stick with what you got because it's a long road ahead of you. And if you're not careful, you may ruin some relationships that you desperately are going to want to have when you're in your 50s and 60s. Mm-hmm. And guess what, folks? Here I am. Because I never got back there to talk to me and tell me to wake the fuck up and be a man, be a father, be a husband, because they need you. And you said you would, and you didn't.
Joe, do me a favor. Put that straight on video after this. Put that on video. And just put it all out there.
Tell you what, I'll have a recording of this live, and I can cut it and send you this clip of this section of our live broadcast if you'd like.
Okay. You should definitely do content on that because that's very powerful. If I knew 20 years ago what I would do, if I could speak to myself, no one can speak with that amount of power and emotion.
Heartwarming, bro.
I think that will hit so many.
Yeah, you're going to
people.
connect with so many people.
Absolutely.
This is exactly what I wanted to talk about today, is being real.
Connecting. I love it.
I can't be anybody but me.
What's that?
I can't be anybody but me.
Well,
and I don't want anybody else to
That's
be
all
me.
you need to be.
That's perfect.
I don't want anybody else to experience what I've experienced.
No.
Because it sucked. I shouldn't even be here right now.
That's how
It
many
hurts so
people
bad.
feel.
I did so many things to myself and my body to not feel it back then. And I wish I would have just let myself feel it and be there.
And move forward, right? And this, what you're saying now many people feel the same way. Many people. And so you don't know. Oh my gosh, I get so excited, and not because what you're saying is making me happy, because it's heartwarming, but I get so excited when it's an aha moment, you guys, because this is exactly what other people feel. Right. Many people can totally relate to what you're talking about right here. And we have an opportunity to stand up for our brothers who have a similar experience and deliver this message of hope, of positive vibes.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And not many people will show it in our age group. And because that's what they were taught. You don't show emotion. You don't do this. You don't do that. Well, that's not exactly true. You know what, Lakita, I actually agree with your message about erasing my maybe first and second. but the one downside to that of erasing them is basically I wouldn't have my two daughters.
Yes, I know, right.
If I knew the pain I was going to go through to get those two daughters, I'd still do it. I'd still do it without hesitation.
But it is tempting.
It is it's extremely tempting. But I would have also not been so soft in my divorce first time round. But anyway, that's a whole different story and a whole little quagmire. But no, I think if I went back, I'd go back to the time where I would spend more time with my dad.
Me too.
That to me was prime. I was fortunate. I had great parents. My mother is fantastic. She's still with us, but in a different dimension completely. So she's okay. But no, my dad he was so thoughtful of a lot of other communities, cultures, everything. He was a great man from that. But and I learned a lot from him. So, and I just wanted to learn more from him. But yeah, no, seriously, do a video and put it out there, because that was so powerful. And I think so many people will resonate.
It's going to move a lot of people. It's going to move their emotions, their heartstrings. And you'll connect with your perfect customer with that clip. I'll send you. I'll make sure I get this section of whatever recording I have, and I'll send it to you with a Google Drive link, and you can download it.
Right. Jim said, "Oh, Joe, you're going to get me to cry, man." So yeah, exactly. It's powerful stuff. We all feel the pain. We all feel the pain. So.
I just told him life is real at my house.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, you guys, is and this is why I'm so thankful that you came on, Joe, because I felt impressed, inspired, whatever you want to call it. I just felt very impressed to talk about how we can be real on a video or on a live like we are now. And how important that is so that we can connect with our right customer.
Right.
Because I just, I see other people and I just feel like, man, if I've learned how to be real and I've learned how to talk to a camera, then I want to be able to teach that. I want to be able to help people. And so that is what I want to do. And whether it's make a workshop, maybe we'll do that, Nick, but I just feel as if I've been able to learn how to do it, I want others to learn how to do it too. Because it takes practice, but it can be done. It
takes practice, but it's also learning to dig into your emotions, and that's going to be your driving force.
Yes, that is not easy to do. It isn't.
You've got to be very open for it, because if you're not, then you're not going to get it. But I think it's just being in that safe space to be able to do that. And then remember it and bring it forward, and then you'll accomplish it. And I think, you obviously felt very safe with us, so we feel very humbled, Joe.
Yes, thank you.
We're so open-hearted with your feelings.
I'm very grateful for you guys. I just, this has been bubbling up inside of me for so long, and I finally feel like I'm in a safe space to
let it out,
to let the Joe out.
Yeah,
because
Absolutely. I bet you
I have a
feel
lot to
weight
offer.
off your shoulders.
I have a lot to offer. I have so many things that I have overcome in my lifetime, and so many things that have brought me down to, I mean, within an inch of my life. And I keep coming back, and I'm telling you, it's not because of me. It's because God is not done using me yet.
Right.
Yes.
Right. I was just about to say, and I bet at this.
I have always been the least, you guys. I have always come into the room the least. And I've always left that room with everybody in that room following behind me because I had what they needed.
Right.
Hey, listen, I gotta share something with you guys. A triumphant moment in my life, okay? I started high school in 1979, okay? My first year of high school, I went out for the football team. I made it, but I wasn't physically ready yet. I was not physically ready enough to play on the first string at all, okay? But I was a plumber's helper. I was my stepdad's helper, you know? And during the next summer, that following summer, I was lifting heavy soil pipe and all kinds of, heavy plumbing stuff, okay? And then two-a-days started for that my sophomore year's football season.
Okay.
I had one coach that watched. I came in that year on fire because I wanted to make first string, and I wanted to inspire all these kids that I grew up with, that always counted me out, that always picked me last. I wanted to leave a lasting impression on them. That I was grateful for all the ribbing and shit that they gave me, because when we got to practice those two-a-day practices, I laid it all out there on each and every one of them. And I let them know that I was grateful for all the stuff they gave me because it motivated me to be better, and I was. And I was so much better than I was when I was a freshman, that coach made me first string on every team, you guys. I was second string on every team. I was third string on every team. For the first 3 games in our conference, I never came off the field. And not one of those guys that made me feel less than, not one of those guys had that much on time on the field. Me, Josiah, the fat kid that everybody counted out. That was a triumphant moment in my life. And my dad, who was always gone, we played another crosstown rival, and it was their homecoming. And in that game, I had 3 fumble recoveries and an interception for a touchdown.
Wow.
And I didn't know it till after the game, and my dad was standing in the stands, and he got to watch his son have one of the best games of his high school career. He heard his son's name.
Awesome.
Proud moments. I want to give that to everyone. I hope everyone has that kind of feeling in their life at some point, and that I can help them bring that back up to let them know that they are worthy. They are worthy of the challenge, and they can do this.
Drop a 1 in the comment section if you believe we are worth it.
Don't make it personal. Jared,
Just give it to us.
No.
We'll get some comments. Hell no.
What?
Oh, look, Jim's daily page. Check you out. Thank you, Jim. Man, I'm a bundle of it today, guys.
No, thank
feeling
you.
it all.
Thank you for being real. 'Cause that's what I asked for. And when you are real, you will connect with your real customer, your perfect or ideal customer.
Right. Absolutely.
Never settle for less than real. whatever your emotion is that day. Right now, you're feeling melancholy or you're feeling some sadness from a memory. Okay? So being real about that memory, it does not mean that you're weak. We've been all taught, remember, as kids?
Oh yeah.
Okay, Dr. Phil.
Brush that off. Just get back up and get back in the game. Quit crying like a pansy.
Yeah.
You know? We were all taught when we were younger, don't cry or don't show emotion, right?
Yeah.
What would have happened, all right, if we weren't vulnerable and said, I love you to our significant others? That probably would have made it much more difficult to connect with our real person, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, Jim's comment.
I saw that. That's funny.
Dr. Phil. Who's Dr. Phil, Jim?
Don't know Dr. Phil?
We're getting real deep right here. We're talking about profound things.
Hang on.
Oh, okay.
And no, I am not. And no, I am not Nick's father.
I am Jared in the Quantum Leap.
Oh my. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh dear, that's funny.
And Joe just fits in somehow.
Yeah, he does. He's a good dude. He's funny. He's got a great sense of humor.
Thank you.
But anyway, so I'm.
All right.
What are some questions you all have for me, for Nick, Joe? What do you have, or what kind of questions do you have? I'm going to leave it open for any questions. Oh, Nick.
I don't know ventriloquism.
Oh, Nick.
Get your hand out.
My question, how did James become so good looking?
That's not the right
That's
area.
a great question. I can't believe you asked that, but I'll answer it. I
What
do
was the
use a lot of
question?
moisturizer,
Healing to me. What was the question?
a lot of conditioner, my hair.
It's obviously not. It's not me.
I'm proud of my new eyebrows. They've been growing back for the last couple of months because my stress level is so far down.
Yeah, I feel you.
Exactly, good. AI filter. I know, right? That's all I'm saying.
Is that an I or an L? Is that Al filter?
I think it's I. Al filter.
Yeah.
Hello, my name's Al.
Thanks for tapping and not napping, Melissa.
Right?
Right there. So
I was told earlier if you're in the box, don't tap the screen.
You can tap it all you want.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're tappers. Look, I'm tapping.
Who told you
Okay.
that?
You know Tori, right?
No.
Do you know Tori, Jared?
I heard a lot of stories.
She's a TikTok agent, Tori.
Okay.
Anyway, I joined her.
Agency?
Her agency. I joined it. And one of the things she said today was that if you're in the box, don't tap the screen because it doesn't do anything for you. It actually hurts you.
I don't know. Well,
That's just what she said. And
Yeah. that's what she said. Michael Scott.
she's a $7,000 a day earner on TikTok agency.
Yeah.
So
You gotta know something.
you got to know something.
I've never heard that before. Never heard it.
Yeah, I love the last name though, Wolf.
Yeah, Tori
I don't know if
Wolf.
that's a real name or if it's an influencer name. Tori Wolf.
I was never curious enough to ask yet.
She's voracious with her TikTok tips.
Yes.
What'd you get with the agency then, Joe?
Protection. If you ever get bananaed on TikTok, if you belong to the agency, they help you get back out of it real quick.
Kind of like
with-
being part of a union, you know?
Kinda, I guess it is. I know people are being. Tim Hess belongs to it.
Yeah.
Carly, the Hope dealer belongs to it.
All right.
So I mean, there's significant people. Michelle O'Neill, she has a deal where you can become you can subscribe to her too,
Yeah.
to her TikTok, and because I tried to get on today with her, she was having a little training, and you couldn't get in unless you were a subscription holder.
So my question is if it's not guaranteed, though much better of a chance, would you say it more like a Frenchman when you say chance, or do you just say chance?
Chance.
Chance. I like that. It just makes you sound a little bit more cultured,
I gotta tell you, the reason why I'm laughing so much is when I was doing a quick bit of shopping earlier, I swear to God, this is absolutely true. I swear to God, I thought French is going to come up in our lives.
Yeah.
I don't know
It
how.
did. You
And
manifested it.
and I'm like, oh my God.
You manifested it.
And then you say that. That's why I'm dying laughing. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my friggin' God.
Comes in threes, too. Comes in threes. So
Oh, I
2 other
know.
times it's going to happen today for you, Nick.
I keep saying that. No, I won't go any further.
Yeah.
I should get 3 goes just to make sure. But anyway,
All right. Anything else, guys?
I think this has been a phenomenal live.
Yes, it has.
I've written that
I'm
20
grateful.
down. So
Hey, thanks for letting me break out, fellas. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, brother. I'm going to try to find that clip, and I'll send it to you after I've edited it, put on captions, and I'll send you a Google link drive or a Google
Perfect,
Drive.
man. I'll post it today. I'll post it immediately as soon as I get it.
All right, brother.
oh, save it.
Thank you so much.
God bless.
If you've done your
Thank you,
3
guys.
today, do it tomorrow.
All right, later, you guys. Thank you, everybody. Homeboy Nick.
brother.
Whoa, this was good.
Happy Father's Day for
Happy
tomorrow.
Father's Day.
And we'll see you Monday.
We'll see you then, bro.
I tell you, I was shocked to see you on first. I was like, my man.
I beat you to it.
I'm impressed. I'm happy.
Yeah. I've got to give you a day off once in a while.
Seriously, I loved it. Loved it.
All right.
It was really good.
Yeah,
Thank you,
talk to you soon.
guys.